Good morning. The mayor of Kyiv speaking about Russia's invasion on Ukraine. A new look at the amount of damage that has been done.
Plus, a local woman had her luggage stolen on a recent trip. The reason she's still fighting to get fully refunded for the cost of her belongings.
And a live look outside this morning. Your morning commute may be a little wet when you can expect to see maybe a few snowflakes. Maybe the sun will return. That's all coming up in your Storm Team forecast.
All the information you need to start your morning. This is TMJ4 News Today.
I am not talking about snowflakes without talking about the sun anymore. We're in March. Good morning. You're watching TMJ4 News Today. I'm Ryan Jenkins in for Susan Kim.
And I'm Andrea Albers. We've got Michael Fish here in for Brian Niznansky to tell us about that potential for snow. Adriana, tracking your morning commute. If you're someone who needs the sun to get up, it's going to be hard to come by this morning.
Yeah.
So sleep in, you're fine.
Stay in bed.
You have our permission. Yeah.
Yes, just don't tell your boss. All right, it's more of the same for us where we're having this drizzle, the light rain falling. There's Racine, and it looks like it did yesterday. Watching that drizzle, light rain, and there is the potential today that we might mix in a few flakes. Not much in the way of sun. It's 38 degrees currently. The visibility is actually not as low as it was yesterday. Still a bit of patchy fog. There's a bit as you head towards Beaver Dam. Not expecting as much. Though this low pressure that affected us yesterday, it's still here today. And notice the radar. It's just on and off. Drizzle, a little bit of light rain, maybe even a few flakes already starting to mix in a few spots. This is just kind of on and off through the day and into tonight. Now, if you would see one of these snow showers, any accumulation, little, if anything at all. And then it slowly tapers off as the night wears on here. We have 40 degrees in Kenosha, and notice West Bend, Beaver Dam, Green Lake, right around that freezing mark. Hopefully the pavement isn't that cold. Your forecast the rest of the day, temperature not budging much from here, maybe touching the 40-degree mark in Milwaukee. On and off precipitation, I'll call it. Otherwise, Adriana, we have more wet roads. So what does that mean for you today?
Well, that means drivers need to travel extra safe this morning, but thankfully we haven't seen any crashes all morning, no delays. Well, crashes on the interstate system. There is a crash out on Howell Avenue. I'll talk about that in just a moment. So here's a look at our storm chaser traveling out on those side streets in the Oak Creek area. You can see traffic looks good. No issues as far as delays out there, but that pavement is wet and a little bit of a drizzle going right now. You're going to need those windshield wipers going if you are traveling out the door this morning. So let's take a look at our metro area travel map. Everything is green out on the interstate system. You might see some reduced visibility in some spots depending on where you're traveling. Now, as I mentioned, there is a crash out on Howell Avenue. You do have a right lane block. This is as you're traveling to the airport. Seen some minor delays out there, so please use some extra caution. The rest of the roadways look great, so let's take a look at some drive times for you. Oconomowoc to the Zoo interchange, that is a 19-minute commute. Grafton to the Marquette, you're looking at about 18 minutes. And Mugwanago to the Hale out on I-43, that is a 15-minute drive.
All right, Adriana, thanks for the update. We appreciate that. New this morning, Milwaukee police are trying to investigate a homicide of a 27-year-old Milwaukee man. It happened around 9 Wednesday night near 38th and Wright. The victim was shot and transported to a hospital where he later died. If you know anything, police would like to hear from you.
It is 6:03 and we have an update now on the war in Ukraine. According to the mayor of Kyiv, at least 264 people, including 4 children, have been killed in Kyiv since the beginning of the Russian invasion. More than 80 buildings in that city have been destroyed, and a little over 300 people have been hospitalized because of injuries.
This morning, a Kenosha police officer is on desk duty as the department investigates his actions breaking up a fight at a middle school. Officer Sean Getchow was working security at Lincoln Middle School earlier this month when he is seen on video placing his knee on the neck of a 12-year-old girl. The girl's family plans to sue. The officer has resigned from his job at the school.
Some good news to share this morning. A 3-month-old boy at the center of an Amber Alert is safe.
Yeah, little Anthony Crudup was found Wednesday afternoon at a home near 44th and Fibrance. Police believe he was taken from a home near Sherman and Marion by a 15-year-old suspect. Anthony's family is relieved he is safe.
And I thank God that my baby cousin, that ain't his story. That ain't his story.
We do know that police took several people into custody. They are working to determine the roles these people played in Anthony's disappearance. It is 6:04 on your Thursday morning. Happening today, Milwaukee Public Schools will look at COVID-19 protocols during a monthly meeting, and there could be some changes made to the district's current mask mandate.
Our Uba Ali is joining us live from MPS headquarters with a look at how the district makes its decisions. Uba, good morning.
Good morning, Ryan. We're a little more than 2 hours away from school starting, but the real question is, could today be the last time masks will be required? As it stands right now, masks are required in all school buildings for students and staff. The district held off on making any changes until its next meeting, which is tonight. So school officials have said that they're going to be looking at COVID-19 data to help them make their decision. So during the week of March 14th through the 18th, MPS reported 10 students and 8 staff members tested positive for the virus. In total, the district has more than 6,500 confirmed cases throughout the course of the pandemic. That's according to the MPS COVID-19 dashboard. So in tonight's meeting, the agenda says MPS Superintendent Dr. Keith Posley will give a report with a possible action taking on existing COVID rules. Now, an MPS spokesperson says all decisions will be made with the health of students and staff in mind. Tonight's virtual meeting begins at 5:30 and it will be streamed on the district's YouTube page, but no public comments will be taken. One way or another, Andrea and Ryan, a big day for both students and staff. For now, live from MPS headquarters, Uba Ali, back to you guys in studio.
Thank you, Uba, and we'll be following that meeting closely this evening.
Absolutely. A Milwaukee woman contacted our station telling us her luggage was stolen on a recent trip, and now she's still struggling to get fully refunded for the cost of her belongings.
As consumer investigator Kristen Byrne reports, that's because her airline and many others have rules on what they will reimburse and what they won't.
Cake artist Judy Datka traveled from Milwaukee to Salt Lake City in January to take part in a televised baking competition.
So I had to pack to potentially be there for up to 30 days.
But Judy says memories of that opportunity were spoiled because the bag carrying her clothing and personal items was taken from the airline carousel in Salt Lake.
A lot of the items that I bought right before I left. You know, I needed to have specific clothing that I was going to have to wear while I was on camera.
She says makeup, toiletries, vitamins, and more were also in that bag. Judy showed us the police report she filed with Salt Lake City Police. She also filed a claim with United Airlines, the carrier she traveled with.
They said it could take up to 6 to 8 weeks to pay out your claim.
She itemized everything that was in her bag with a price tag.
I went online to see like how much it was. And so I was able to actually put in a dollar amount.
Judy says it all added up to about $1,800, which includes the cost of her suitcase.
I didn't lie about anything that was in my suitcase.
Then this happened.
We've processed your claim. However, there are certain items we're not going to cover.
United emailed her saying it would pay most of her claim, but not all, saying it wouldn't cover things like a pocket flashlight, cashews, sanitizing wipes, a coffee canister, containers of collagen powder, a charging cable for her iPhone, and the supplement St. John's wort.
I just don't understand it.
We contacted United asking why that was the case. A spokesperson told us in a statement Judy was issued a check for her makeup, clothing, and shoes, but the United contract of carriage excludes coverage for electronics, medications, and food. No one can take away the experience Judy had, highlighting her cake-making talent. But she says trying to recover her funds has been exhausting, and that's not even factoring in the emotional toll it's taken.
That's the part that really upsets me. I just feel violated in general.
Judy followed all of the steps travel experts recommend you take if your luggage gets lost or stolen, filing police reports and filing a claim with the airline. Keep in mind, each airline has its own contract of carriage where it details what, if anything, it's liable for. You can always look up what your airline would cover before you travel. And if you're worried about having your bag lost or stolen, pack anything of value in a carry-on. I'm consumer investigator Kristen Byrne.
That is tough. And listen to this. Judy told Kristen police in Salt Lake City arrested a few people in connection with her luggage theft. They even recovered some of her items like vitamins and travel-size lotion. Judy says she was told in February that they would send those items back to her, but she has not gotten them yet.
Something that many of us worry about every time we get on a flight. We were just talking about that here. Thank you, Kristen, for that story. Coming up, the U.S. could help push forward international prosecution on Russia, what Secretary of State Antony Blinken says the Biden administration plans to do.
Here's a look at Storm Chaser. It's the same old, drizzle, some light rain, and we may even mix in a couple of snowflakes today. I'm going to let you know when a cold front moves through and it gets a lot colder around here and blustery. All that coming up. Stay with us.
Here are your top stories this morning. The Biden administration says it will continue to gather evidence of war crimes by Russia. Secretary of State Antony Blinken formally announced the accusations while traveling to Europe with President Biden. Blinken says the administration will share evidence with allies and international agencies that could carry out prosecution.
Legal experts will weigh in today about the nomination of Ketanji Brown Jackson for the Supreme Court. The Senate Judiciary Committee must then vote to send her nomination to the full Senate. A vote is expected by April 4th.
We could hear as early as today about funeral plans for former Secretary of State Madeleine Albright. She passed away from cancer Wednesday at the age of 84. She served as Secretary of State from 1997 to 2001.
It is 6:13. Let's talk weather.